Okay. I also saw this freaking other clip the other day. I really wanted to check this out. Let me tell you something. I just got a new microwave, and it's amazing, right? But it's been 3 microwaves in a row, and the stinking popcorn button just will never work. What is the point of the popcorn button? And I saw this dude making videos the other day on what's the deal with the popcorn button. I'm like, yes, the real answers on YouTube. I love this. I just found this channel and I subscribed. Let's check it out, my dude. What's the deal with popcorn? The popcorn button. I've never seen this dude. It seems like he gets a lot of views. But yeah, seriously, why does the popcorn button never work?
Hello. It is still November. With that out of the way, does your microwave oven have a popcorn button? Yeah, mine too. Lots of microwave ovens come with a dedicated button for popping microwave popcorn. Yet on nearly every bag of microwave popcorn sold in a store, you'll find a rather stern warning making it clear in no uncertain terms that that button is forbidden. Do not use the popcorn button. This might make you question, why do we even have that button? And you know what? That's a great question. But I'm going to tell you something wild and devious. You should try it and see what happens. Try it. You know you want to.
I do.
I got this
question
never
works.
From a patron of the channel recently.
It burns it.
Secret Redenbacher Time II has a great incentive to tell you not to use the popcorn button. The popcorn producers of the world don't know anything about your microwave. And some microwave oven manufacturers are dirty little liars and put a popcorn button on microwaves that have no business having one. Oftentimes,
what do you mean?
That button doesn't do anything but set a pre-programmed cooking time. And if you use it, your popcorn will be either burnt to a crisp or hardly popped at all, with an approximately 0.
So is it just a completely random time phrase? Made some coffee? Nice, my dude! Coffee fee! I freaking love coffee, I'm not gonna lie.
% chance of proper popping performance. Since nobody likes
I drink it with absolutely no sugar or cream.
Wasting popcorn, the popcorn people put a purportedly proper popcorn preparation primer on every package of popcorn, which usually involves listening for a gap of 2 seconds between pops.
So then why is it just a universal thing for microwaves to have the popcorn button if it doesn't do anything?
Not in this family.
Pardon the interruption, but I need to make a correction. Of the brands shown here, Jolly Time stands out by not warning against using the popcorn button. As you're about to learn, this is actually
obviously because they don't care about your popcorn experience.
A nice gesture, because it means they trust you to use your brain and experiment. And that's the kind of hard-hitting...
Nah, I don't believe that. I'm a pessimist. I believe that they totally wanted you to burn your popcorn. Yes, let them keep burning the popcorn so they'll have to use a second bag. Then they'll come back and buy more. I'm evil.
Investigative journalism.
My F8 key just fell off.
Technology connections. As far as the rest of those brands, though...
Here's the secret they don't want you to know. Some microwaves are smarter than others and have sensors to determine when things are done cooking.
That's not true.
Like
don't lie to me.
Popcorn.
How does it always burn then?
Whether your microwave is among those better ones? Try the popcorn button. If you press the popcorn button on your microwave and it asks you the size of the bag,
cooking.
Danger, Will Robinson. That is probably a bad popcorn button, which is sure to disappoint you. But if you press it and the microwave just starts, you might have a good popcorn button. Perhaps you still need to press the start button to make it go, and it might even give you a message saying it's designed for bags of a certain size.
Please.
But so long as it doesn't ask you to enter or choose between values and ounces or grams, your
the frick is this Tamagotchi on your microwave?
Sensor with which it can
Mine doesn't have a Tamagotchi. It has freaking
and thus it will stop
little 8-bit.
What sort of sensor, you ask?
I want one of those!
Broadly, a microwave with proper popcorn popping prowess will have 1 or possibly 2 sensors on board.
I just noticed there's a fish in your coffee.
If it's very fancy, a microphone.
Percolator, whatever you call it.
Microphones in microwaves are
French press. What is that?
Not super common, so you are more likely
to burns coffee. Coffee, my dude. Coffee, my dude. Sorry, I'm just letting you know that you're drinking coffee, I guess. Careful, my dude. Careful. Careful. Coffee, my
That
dude!
sensor can be used for all sorts of useful things, including automatic reheating of a meal, or if you
Oh,
go
come
back
on,
in time
that's the
when
second time you
appliances
put
were actually
420.
trying
You're
to be
doing it on purpose
smart
now.
and not just connected to the internet, following specific
What the frick? This one even asks you what you're trying to cook? That's awesome.
parameters to enable automatic
Where'd you get this
cooking of
freaking
specific
microwave?
kinds of
Mine don't do
foods.
that.
Sadly, the days of the sharp
Mine just
carousel
burns everything I
multiple
put in
choice
it.
have been over for like 20 years.
It even has a Robo Chef.
But lots of microwaves still have a moisture sensor. One way to tell
what
whether
sensor?
you have that sensor is if your microwave offers functions like sensor reheat, which, if it does, you should give that a try next time you're reheating leftovers. It has worked surprisingly well in my experience. What a microwave oven is doing when using that feature is analyzing the rise in detected moisture over time. More moisture indicates food is beginning to let off steam, and depending on how quickly that steam is detected, it can roughly determine how much food you put in and how cold it was, and thus how long it needs to heat it for. If you're lucky enough to have a moisture sensor in your microwave, you may very well have a decent popcorn button.
Mine definitely does not have a moisture sensor. I can guarantee it, according to all the burnt popcorn bags in my trash can.
Unless you're getting it from Uncle Joe's discount cornhole, a bag of microwave popcorn will stay sealed when it begins to pop. Since it's sealed, the moisture sensor can't detect anything at first. But once the pressure in the bag builds past a certain point, the bag will either go poof or possibly and let out
It's exactly how it goes. It goes. It does exactly that noise. Actually, mine's a little bit weird though. Mine's
a
I
big
get
old
the
cloud of
bootleg
steam.
popcorn.
The microwave will easily detect that, and by comparing the time it took between the start and the sudden moisture spike with a lookup table built into its programming, it will pretty accurately guess the size of the bag it's popping and how long it should keep cooking.
No, my microwave costs like $40 at Walmart. I don't think it's got a moisture sensor.
Until it's done. If you've got a microwave like this,
Yeah,
that popcorn button might work perfectly for most kinds and sizes of popcorn. Notice, though, that I said might and most. This Samsung microwave oven has a pretty decent popcorn button, but the location of its moisture sensor isn't the best.
$40.
When you use its
Even that was
popcorn
too expensive, I'll be
function,
honest.
It fires up the fans for a few seconds to clear the air around the moisture sensor before switching on the magnetron. After a short delay, it begins cooking. And
I was going in there hoping for like
$25. Doesn't say
$25.
anything other than popcorn until shortly after the bag bursts open. Then it picks a time remaining value and stops cooking at the end. This works pretty well if the opening of the bag is pointing to the right when it bursts open. The sensor
what if
is
it points to
clearly
the
somewhere
left?
up in here, and if the steam gets shot right into this area, the microwave only takes a few seconds to pick a remaining cook time, and once it does, it's usually pretty bang on. But if the popcorn bag is pointing away from this region, it tends to take just a little too long to detect the moisture spike, so it thinks the bag is bigger than it is, and it cooks just a little bit too long.
So what I'm hearing is microwaves are we still haven't figured out that technology. We might have had them for a long time, but we still haven't figured all the kinks out.
Generally, it just singes a few kernels, but it's
That's
enough to be
interesting.
disappointing. A faster spinning turntable would be one potential solution here, or perhaps the microwave just
This is honestly the reason why I've been saving up money to buy my own popcorn machine, just like at the movie theater.
churning up the air inside of it well enough. But here's the thing. Despite not being perfect, I would still happily press that button. Because I've dared to use this microwave's popcorn button and observed its quirks, I learned that it beeps when it determines the remaining time, which is usually somewhere around 20 or 30 seconds.
Yeah, I can't risk pressing the popcorn button. It'll obliterate all my popcorn.
That gets my attention, so I get ready to stop
Popcorn
the microwave.
explosion! Just open
Sometimes
the
I don't
freaking
need to stop it early
the door
at
and you
all.
just freaking get launched
Other
across
times
the
I'll stop
room.
it with 5 or 10 seconds
God,
remaining.
buttery
And
goodness,
if I'm popping
no!
one of those small snack bags, I stop it when it beeps. So while its popcorn button isn't perfect enough to just hit and walk away, It does eliminate enough of the guesswork when buying a different brand, type, flavor, or size of popcorn that I find it extremely useful.
I just never change. I find one brand, I figure out how much it takes, and I never purchase anything again besides that brand.
And I have indeed used microwaves with a perfect popcorn button, like the sharp carousel sitting in front of me. I made a whole video about this, which you can check out if you like, and if you're extremely bored, you can also look at the video on my second channel where I audited its popcorn popping performance. A different microwave oven from my childhood also had a perfect popcorn button. Sadly, that one didn't last long at all, but it was great while it lasted. And, wouldn't you know it, my new microwave oven at home has perhaps the best popcorn button I've ever used. But it's got a twist. Actually, two. I
Two
suspect
twists.
that this fella
Does
has
that
a
straighten it out?
microphone listening for popping sounds. That might sound pretty expensive to implement in a consumer device, but remember the video I just made on the clapper?
Microphones are super tiny. I don't think it would make it too
That's
crazy.
not exactly groundbreaking technology. Every time I have used the popcorn button on this microwave, it has run the magnetron until just after there's about a 2-second gap between pops, and then it decides, okay, it's done. It throws
Yeah, I normally just listen for that. I've heard that trick, the wait for 2 to 3 seconds between pops.
a time remaining on the screen, but you can tell that the magnetron has shut off and it doesn't restart. It has done this and worked perfectly with different sizes and types of popcorn, even a cheesy popcorn, which I absolutely regret purchasing. But I don't think I've tried a snack size
Cheesy
bag yet.
popcorn?
How'd that work, future me?
Went just fine past me. Could have gone a little longer, but it's not burned.
That is the crunchiest popcorn I've ever heard. What the frick are you eating?
Not too many kernels, actually. Good job.
Unfortunately,
Sounds like
I
he's
couldn't
eating cereal. Did you artificially add those sound bites?
determine
Or is that just the
concretely whether
loudest,
this model
munchiest
actually
popcorn I've ever
has
heard in
an
my entire
efficient
life.
popcorn popping strategy.
It sounded like he was a
The manual
Minecraft
doesn't
eating
mention
freaking
it, and neither
animation.
does its marketing copy. It may be
Yeah,
that
he
its
looks
steam
like he
sensor
just
is
woke up in the morning.
really
Just got out of
good,
bed, made
but
popcorn.
I mean, it's been way too consistent with the whole wait for a 2-second pause between pops thing for me to call that a coincidence. What's that? There's a button on the website that says Feature Sheet under Additional Documents. Did I write all that before clicking that button? Because it says it
Yep.
features a sound-based popcorn function right there.
Oh!
So it is real. Good to know. The other twist with this microwave, though,
So it's... I feel like if it's in the freaking manual, it's not really a twist, is it? It's just sort of stated.
is that it doesn't appear to cook popcorn at full power.
It's doing its job.
It takes
The thing it
noticeably
promised it would
longer
do.
than the Samsung machine does, and indeed, most microwaves I've
This
ever
ain't no
used.
M. Night. It is not no M. Night
But it doesn't
Shyamalan.
have an inverter magnetron, and I don't hear it cycling. So unless it's got some sort of half-wave rectified 50% power mode, I don't know what the heck it's doing. You don't need to know what any of that means. This microwave is also
I don't know what any of that
weirdly slow
means.
at melting butter for some reason, but not at heating things in general. That's actually been something of a minor mystery that I'm still puzzled by, so I'm honestly
Well, I feel like that has more to do with the fact that you're not really heating anything. You're just blasting it with microwaves.
not sure if the slow
Right?
popcorn popping is intentional, but by golly, it nails it every time, so it's definitely worth the small added weight. So, I've technically shown you 3 microwaves in this video. This Sharp from the late 90s.
And I never thought
the
I'd be so
Samsung
interested in
from around
microwaves.
2010, and the KitchenAid from just last year.
But here I am.
All of them have perfect
And I want this sharp carousel so bad.
Great, well enough to be useful, if not perfect, and fantastic, respectively. And the only way I found that out was by daring to use the popcorn button.
I always used
Uncle
it,
Orville
and I
may
burnt
not
it every
want us to
time.
press the button, but that's only out of fear of the unknown. Orville can't tell what microwave you've got, and he's just giving advice for the lowest common denominator. But you know what kind of microwave you have. Or if you don't yet,
And he
you
was
can
right.
surely find out.
I know what
All
kind
it
of microwave I
takes
have,
is to
and,
press
and
the
George
button.
was
At
right.
most, you'll waste a
Wait,
bag
is that
of
his name,
popcorn.
George?
But even then,
Or am I just going
you
based
just
on George
watch it
Orwell?
as it does its thing. You can stop it yourself. if it's
Orville,
going on
that's
too
his name.
long,
Orville
or start it
Rettenbacher.
again if it
Got
stops
it.
too soon.
Who's George Orwell?
You're smart enough to figure
Isn't
that
he an
out,
author?
and you should. Honestly, You should check out all the features your microwave has. Sure, many of them are clunky to access. A high-res dot matrix display and actual user interface could really help with that. But
mine
that
turns
ship has
on
sailed,
and turns
apparently.
off, and it has a baked potato
while they're
button
often
and a popcorn
of dubious
button,
usefulness, at least
and
one or
a
two of
plus
them
30-second
might be
button,
great.
and
I
a
use
little
the
button that
sensor
opens
reheat
it.
function all the time
All the
to take
features
the
it has.
guesswork out of leftovers.
Oh, it also spins.
I
It
just
spins
wish
in the inside.
Samsung wouldn't make me pick between casserole, dinner plate, and pasta. What does that even mean? And who knows, if you didn't buy the microwave oven you have at home yourself, it might have some tricks up its sleeve you didn't know about. This over-the-range
You said
microwave
you've burnt
can
your popcorn
actually
twice
be
with the
a
popcorn
convection
button?
oven.
Yeah, see, I feel like...
It's got resistive heating elements in addition to
But
the
again, I guess it
magnetron,
depends on the
and will
microwave,
get
like you
its
said, but
insides
still.
up to 450 degrees if you like. Apparently, the new model even
I feel
does
like, why don't the microwaves have, like, a universal, like, I'd say, like, hit the least common, the most common denominator, right? Or the whatever, the freaking, like... So instead of, like, setting it up so it burns it every time, set it up so it just, it doesn't, overburn it. Like, do it under rather than over, is what I'm trying to say.
air frying. Of course it does. Am I ever going to get around to talking about air fryers?
Do it! Smooth jazz, I love it.
What do you
What an
suppose
ending.
the difference is between buttery kettle corn and regular kettle corn?
They
I
put
don't
butter.
know, but I bought this because I want to find out. One way to tell...
It's kettle corn, but they put butter on it. I've eaten both. I love it. I literally have 3 boxes of regular popcorn, 3 boxes of kettle corn, and 3 boxes of buttery kettle corn. Because I love popcorn.
whether you have that sensor is if your microwave offers... the moisture sensor doesn't detect anything at first. What? See, unless you're getting it from Uncle... Why?
Oh, I also have 3 boxes of movie theater butter and 3 boxes of light butter, and extra butter, just in case.
It can pretty
You never know.
accurately
Sometimes I
guess
feel
the
like
size
extra
of the
butter.
bag
Sometimes I
it's
feel like
popping.
too much butter. You know. Like, what if I want to add? Because I buy the little powdered stuff. Like, you can put your own flavors. Like the stuff they sell at the movie theaters, where you can, like, little like sweet sour cream and onion like powders and stuff. So if you get like the light butter one, it's not as overpowering. I like popcorn.
Popcorn button might work perfectly for most kinds and sizes of popcorn. Why did perfectly get...
You said you saw
popcorn.
You saw a
which is
black
usually
fox
somewhere
last night? That's
around
freaking
20 or
sick, dude. I
30
freaking love
seconds.
foxes.
Why did I say seconds like that? I don't know, but I'm starting over.
Love it. Boop. No! Not the Gargamel thing. Go back. I freaking did the Gargamel comment instead of the ale I dropped. Give me this. No! Other way. There we go. I did it. No! Yay. How do you spell carousel? I had it! Oh, that's too long. I'm gonna do sharp instead. Yay! Post! I want that sharp microwave now. That one nice. I want a little Tamagotchi chef on my microwave. I think that'd be sick. Looking for foods? Nice, my dude. You should have given him food and then tamed him and made him become your best friend forever in life. He could be your companion on adventures. Great video, my dude. Technology collections. I will definitely check out more of your stuff in the future. That was freaking sick. I love learning about little stuff like that, about just everyday stuff that I have in my home that I just haven't taken the time to sit down and read the manual on. That's really what it comes down to. I feel like half of the things I watch on YouTube are things that I could just learn if I took the time to actually look at the manual for the things that I actually purchase and own. Ayoo, be sure to join the crew. Please like, follow, and subscribe. And hey, if you like that video, you should check out this stuff.